Changed it up.
Good morning, Mr. Roy.
Good morning.
What's going
Hump
on?
day.
Hump day. Today was CPI day. CPI came in overall better than expected on most things except year over year. Year over year was actually down a little or up a little, 1.1%. So you had China news. There was a deal struck. Most people are thinking it's not a great deal, so I guess assuming that's why we're coming back with this. CVD has gone negative 600 now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You look at our ADX indicator is coming down some, so it was above 30. Now it's back below 30. So this trend is drilling down. No trades for me yet. Roy, you made any trades yet?
I was playing along on a combine. It's not looking very good.
Yeah.
I was playing basically a VWAP hold and bounce, and it did anything but that's okay. It's
Well,
basically got my stop at that 200, which is about to hit.
Well, what I want to see now, if this 200 holds, for me to go long right now, would have to break back. I'm probably just going to wait till it breaks back above this, to be honest with you. Or
Yeah,
probably
now there's
today's
no
high.
real rush to be in. You just broke the 4 below. So now you're looking at, if I'm kind of looking over at Periscope, they've got some new colors for us. So if we're looking at this, orange color is if it goes from one side to the other. So if it goes from green to red, red to green, it's going to turn orange. So what you're seeing is not a lot of open positive positioning. You have increased your position a little bit lower at 60.25 on SPX. So you could actually see this would be kind of the spot where could get a little flush and then a little hold. That's about 8 points away. But then if it catches back up, it's got negative gamma to push it back up to this 60-50 range. So just keeping an eye on it. We'll see if they buy up this little dip, what they want to do with it.
Yeah, CVD went to negative 1,200. Now it's negative 1,000. I just want to see nothing new out. Trump did make an announcement on Truth Social earlier at 8:04 that Z and I are to work closely together to open China to U.S. trade.
Okay.
So, with everything said, not being maybe the best deal, I don't know. I don't really know the specifics of it. We know what we've told, right? We don't know the inner nuts and bolts of it. It does. Just opening it back up is a good thing for everybody, right?
Should be. Yeah, should be.
Yeah,
It's
ease some economy worries and stuff like that, because China's a big boy we play with.
Yeah, and you don't want many adversarial conversations between China. So even if the deal isn't perfect, it does, as long as it can limit those types of situations. A little pop here.
Yeah, we are getting a pop. CBD's worked back to negative 600. I still don't like this, right? Your volume's down.
Yeah.
Calls are still going down. Puts are coming down a little bit. I don't know if this is sustainable, but we shall see here soon. Like I said, our spot to go long, we break back above this 49.75 level.
It does have this, it did catch this little gamma that we were alluding to above, this red gamma. So it is in a spot where if it wants to go up, it can. Sometimes this can kind of be, if it does do a quick flush, quick pop up here, these can kind of be like you shall not pass moments. But if the buyers step in,
I like that.
if the buyers step in, then it's just got to clear the 60-40 on SPX, which it just did there. Which we go over to the 1 minute chart. You can see we are testing now. So this would be a spot where if you're something bearish, what you would like to see is a rejection here and then go back down and hit the 200 on the 5. But the candle that preceded this one is pretty bullish, bouncing off of that nearly. So do they push it up to get enough momentum to break the 200, or they push it up and say that was a false breakdown, up we go. Everything's choice in the world. That's what we're keeping an eye on.
Yep. Everybody, I want everybody to know I am trying out the futures desk. It's a different prop firm. It is actually a prop firm that once you pass your evaluation, they move you to a sim account. Once you reach your buffer in your sim account, you're automatically moved to a live account. So anybody knows who's watching, my goal has been to get live. Well, if we can get a live, and this is more of the old school prop firms, right? This is not where your sim money is, where everything's coming from, right? It's where you're making your money from being consistent. They reward consistency here. You do $200 a day here and you get your buffer, they're going to work with you to do some stuff. Great thing about them I've learned is once you do go live, I ain't gonna lie yet, of course we just started. It takes 12 days to pass it at minimum. But once you do go live, you actually have a one-on-one coach you work with. That's all your risk parameters, all that stuff. They'll go over your strategy with you, kind of what your strengths and weaknesses are, and kind of help you tailor you to be better. Because their goal is for you to go live and stay live, which is always a good thing. Are we going to break this and I'm going to have to go long?
Well, we are breaking the 8. We're testing the 8. You get your periscopy for looking at it. We are now at the second red gamma bar. This went from green to red, which is why it was orange. It's not a huge amount of gamma exposure, but it is negative, so it is important to recognize that. They are expanding their positioning down below, which is interesting to me, but also a little bit higher, but there's just not really much above us. So this could be kind of that you shall not pass moment, but 60-50.
Here's a big thing to look at. So it's 60-70, which is the bottom of the zone, right? We have 1,000 orders sitting there. 1,000.
Right.
Those orders usually don't sit there for no reason, right?
Right.
I did put in an order for a long on
TPT. Future desk.
That has not. It's actually kind of running away from me a little bit here. I don't want to chase it up here, so hoping we get a pullback to here on this next candle. That would be great to look for a long. I will actually look for a long on top step too if it holds up here. What do we got left? We got 50 seconds on this candle, so. I said, don't want to chase it. Want to see what it does. CVD has gone to plus 500. So we've had about a 1,500 swing in CVD. Well, we went on and filled it. So we'll see what happens. We're going to put this up close to. We're going to put it at about 65. Take profit. Now, it might come back down. If it takes me out, I'm not going to risk as much on this one. This one, I'm only risking about 150 on each trade, no matter what. I'm going to limit this to about 100 on this one. Now, the top of that red candle there. So the top of this candle would be my stop now. Back down below anchored VWAP. We're going to go along here too. Like I said, we're going to move this up here, and then we can trail it. I'm going to put this one down here, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I don't like it coming back. I don't like CBDs coming back to, well, it came back to 99 and bounced back above 100. So we'll see if they're going to gain a little momentum with it. It's popping a little bit here, up to 200. Oh, Basant got done with his negotiations with China just in time for his testify to Congress today. That man has been all over the world, hasn't he? Literally.
Man, that guy's just all over the place, right? Like he went to London for the China talks. That was after, fighting at the White House. Then that's been all over the place.
You mean the actual physical fight?
Yeah, allegedly. Wow, I won't say
CBD's 300 now.
I did take that in Take Profit Trader. I did went ahead and just grabbed $50. I was doing a quick one.
Yep.
I don't know why I was doing a quick one.
Because I don't trust it to the upside yet.
I don't either. It's like, oh, I got 2 points, I'm out. That's like it was it was almost too fast, right? You want to ride the minute. My combine did fill, so I was negative on that one, and then ended up closing with a green trade. So I'm about $400 away from passing this combine. $400 passing away for another combine, and $200 passing away from a third combine. So today could be a triple threat.
Could be. CBD's over 400 now. Well, it came back below, so I did move my stop on this one. It's probably going to take me out, but I just didn't want this to turn red on me. So
yeah, I just don't have a good feeling that it's got the mojo.
It stopped me out of Take Profit. Futures desk and here. CBD just popped again, though. It popped from 400. It just popped over 800.
Yeah. Well, let me see what, if we can get a drastic shift here. I just do not like what's above. It just feels like they don't want it to go above.
I know. Look at this. CBD's coming back some now.
Mm-hmm.
But we have.
Has
gone green. Let's look at general market tide. General market tide still not pretty, so we got that. Let's look at holdings. Holdings has tried to go green and could not do it. So
yeah, I'm gonna sit back here for a second. I don't trust it.
Well, so I told you it popped up to 700-800.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it just went to negative, now it popped back up to positive again on CBD. CBD is all over the place. You got people popping in and out everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, Basant is about to do his opening statement. One thing about these, they do start on time, so just be cautious.
This definitely starts on time because this is actual hearing. They have to answer to somebody if they don't start on time.
Yeah. And that person is
let everybody wait. It's all good.
Yeah. The person they have to answer to is the executive producer at C-SPAN.
That's exactly who they really don't give a shit about. So it's called spade, right?
All right, let's see what we got. Looking around the market as we wait for a little bit more clarity here. Tesla back down to 330, under 330. So
hey,
let's close Friday at 349. That would be perfect.
Would not. I mean, look, you just get me 100% right now, and I will take it. Give me 95% right now, and I'll take it.
Nvidia's come back a bit, 143.70. It's down just 20 cents, 0.3% or 0.2%, down 30 cents. Yeah, everything's kind of flat, which if you're wondering why with the CPI coming in cooler, well, just look left. It was me and Monty were actually discussing this all this week. It's just been a slow grind up. So, I mean, look at that trend from May 23rd. I mean, just chugga, 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 chugga,
Oh,
all the
boy.
way up.
We got Trump doing Trump things again.
Oh man, what are we doing?
Truth
What's he
Social
saying?
Post. CPI just out. Great numbers. Fed should lower 1 full point. We pay much less interest on debt coming due. So important.
He is not wrong on the fact that he would pay less. He is wrong on cutting the rate for the reason of wanting to pay less on debt.
And CBD is now up 1,100, 1,200. It is gaining some momentum. You look at Tide. Oh, we want to go to SPY. We don't want to look at that one. It's volume going back up. Put premiums coming down. Call premiums going up. This thing could get a nice run up. I don't know where we get a run up to.
Well, you gotta think, right? The top of that top of the day, right? High of the day zone.
I would actually look for around right here, this 25 area.
Yeah.
Which, if you look at my IM along again in the futures desk, I have my take profit at 60, 64, 50. So 3 ticks below this is where I have my take profit at. That would be fantastic if it hits. That would give me a $200 day there, and we would be done with them for the day. So I might look at those guys for add another account to them. You can do a end of day drawdown or a static drawdown. The static drawdown costs a little more. It's $1,000 static on the smaller one. You can look. You can do this just like you do anything else, right? You can now CBD has come all the way back to 200. I'm talking that, but call volume is popping still. So I don't know. I don't like it to get up. Well, they still got 900 orders sitting at 60.70. Actually, 897 now. That's a lot of orders sitting up there. You got to think that serves as some sort of magnet at some point, being that big.
Definitely.
Now it might grind all day to get there. What are you doing? What happened?
Well, we had another development on Periscope. We got a new color that's entered the chat, purple. So what purple means is there's been extreme change on the same side. So green was here, small, and now they've positioned themselves up higher, 60-55. They've increased the gamma below.
That then, right? Is that your
What's
thought
that?
process there? You think you would get a move up to that purple line there?
Correct. Yes. So now you've got positioning that can handle that move up. So they're
CBD going back to flat, just so everybody knows.
So you've got this kind of recipe here that you could bounce off the 60-45 to push up to the 60-55 SPX, which right now they're pretty close in proximity, SPX and ES, because the contract's about to roll. So now it could come down and, catch all this gamma and push down, and, maybe they increase their gamma here at 60-35. But looking at this purple, that normally signifies, that does signify a bigger move than what it was previously.
Well, you can tell Basant has been hanging out with Trump. China must be a reliable partner in trade talk, sees potential for a big, beautiful rebalancing if Geneva Pact upheld. Notes $2 billion cut in IRS tech spending, made budget receipts up 14.7% year over year. So that's actually should be some positive news. And I don't know why we're not getting a pop off that. That's actually a very nice, very positive statement there.
Yeah.
With this big, beautiful rebalancing. I mean, we just can't do, hey, we could have really good rebalance. So we got some big, beautiful rebalance.
It's going to be huge and beautiful. So the narrative I see forming is JD Vance has already kind of started. Basant will start probably in his testimony. You're going to, and obviously Trump did it in this Truth Social post, you're going to get more pressure on the Fed to do cuts next week. They're not cutting, guys. They're not cutting next week. Potentially you could get a cut in July, and that is pretty extreme. But if anybody's telling you it's a done deal, Feds are cutting rate next week, outside of a bank collapsing, I don't think you're getting a rate cut next week. It's just not what Jay Powell does. Vance
has said this morning that Fed committing monetary malpractice by not cutting rates. President Donald Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance are now double teaming the Fed in an effort to get rates lowered.
Yeah, well, and if you want to know the motivation, of course, Trump tells you the motivation that it's cheaper to finance the debt. But if you are also trying to get a bill passed that does add to that debt, you want a little bit of reassurance that there is a rate cut cycling happening.
Yes.
And then that makes your argument stronger to pass the bill. So this is not, so now you've got this bill getting kind of trying to get a support for the bill and all these different metrics, whether it's immigration issues, debt issues. You just got all this kind of cocktail getting formed up and trying to put more pressure on these holdouts to vote their way.
Yeah, when they start taking bets over under if Gavin Newsom gets arrested or not.
Things are getting a little.
That is,
it's noise.
That is getting hairy.
I had a realization yesterday. And we don't try to get political here but politics is in the nature of the economic business now, so we have to chime in to kind of not get caught up on the headlines. But do you know who Trump's chief of staff is? I didn't know who it was. I thought it was Stephen Miller. It's not.
Who is it?
Susie Wilkes.
Okay.
I've never seen this person on camera in my life.
She's definitely not outspoken, is she?
She's not. She's the chief of staff, and yeah. So Miller and
a profit trader there.
Good job, Miller, and all these. There's 4 others that are the deputy chief of staff, so they're not even the main quote unquote people.
There's a reason. There's a reason somewhere for that. I don't know what the reason is. There's a reason somewhere for that. I said, who knows what that reasoning is? We sure as hell don't. But
Susie Wiles, ever heard of her?
No, I can honestly say no. That name has never been mentioned in my out of my mouth before.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh. Hey, Roy, don't forget your anchored view up. I know you did.
Thank you. You know me.
Oh. Whoa. Well, I'm not loving any of this action, to be honest with you guys. I should not have got back in. This is coming back down. CBD is now negative 800. I think we just wait now. We don't do anything else for a bit. We just chill out. I just don't see what's really happening. So I'm glad we got that $50 over there. Hell, I guess we should have. This is annoying now. Not for this one, but it's annoying for my futures desk because it stopped me out. What's wrong with being Harry? Harry. Depends on what kind of Harry we're talking about, Harry.
You are getting increased negative gamma here. What I'd like to see is it kind of push up and break. You did increase positioning at 60.50. So I would assume you could get that move up to the magnet spot. And you did get a bounce off of an anchored VWAP. I don't know, for some reason, I just don't feel comfortable. I may take a long in a combine, but I just don't feel comfortable with the funded account right now.
I don't say I blame you. Of course, you know me. I'm in funded account, so. Oh, this really pisses me off that I got stopped out of it over here.
Yeah.
It popped right back up after it stopped. I had my stop too tight. And if I'd left it where it should have been, we would not have got stopped out there. So, tit for tat.
There's your push. So you did get a little bit of games being played this morning. That's really what this shows me. is don't do your positioning until, this top of the hour right after the open.
Yeah.
And
we know that.
traffic.
We rush on. CBD is over 1,000 now.
So you want to look at this SPX 6050 range. We're at 6048. So obviously you got to pop up that 6050. We're at 6053 on ES. Looking at Mag 7, you've got Apple basically flat, Nvidia basically flat, Google's basically flat. I mean, the Tesla now ripping right back up 333. So that is moving up. Microsoft's moving up 0.5%.
Yeah, you got your SPY tide is popping here with CBD popping. So we might have a really good move up if this can continue this pace here, but that's neither here nor there right now, right? We got to continue to do it. So as quick as everybody hopped in to make this thing pop, they could all hop right back out just as quick to make it come back down.
And it could be off of the tongue of Basent. So
yeah,
he's a live wire right now. He's doing testimony. So
yeah,
one time we streamed the testimony, and me and you were both about to throw our mouse through the screen.
Yeah, that was one time we did it, and we swore we'd never do it again. Is that the time you're talking about?
Yeah, there's some dude. We were in a log or something, and he just comes in, and he was saying every buzzword at the time that needed
every damn buzzword. you think about it, he said it right.
I don't even think it was a left or a right issue. It was just like we didn't even know if he was Republican or Democrat. He just kept throwing the buzzword. Like, dude,
debt ceiling out. He kept throwing, he never. I don't think he ever said tariffs, but he said everything that could be bad besides tariffs.
Like how many
default? He said default a lot. Default.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah. Credit risk. And, I mean, he
could mention it like, "Hey, we're not at a risk of default on debt," and the market would just tank because they heard default. Like, what the hell, dude? You shut up. Yeah. That was brutal. And right then, I swore I would never watch one of those ever again. Because, well, one, it was a dog and pony show, right? It was people
ask a question, yes,
whichever side you were on. Whichever, I think it was it when they was doing Powell? Is who it was watching?
Yeah, I think it was Powell. Yeah,
and
every
one of them really wasn't asking serious. I mean, they were asking questions that, and like, do you report to Elon Musk? You remember when Maxine Waters got Musk?
Yeah,
the
Musk.
President Musk. Oh my God. And I was just like, Lord have mercy, please stop. Make it stop.
Yeah, they take their 5 minutes to go on some rant that had nothing to do with Powell and then be like, do you agree? And he's like, I don't comment on Okay, so you don't agree.
Said the May U.S. budget receipts were up same thing. Nothing new there. 14.7%, which is actually, that's a good thing. Let's see if we got anything. Nothing new besides that. So he hadn't really said anything else to send anything off. But he has said some key things that are pretty good. So
yeah, no, he's showing good stats. So you are seeing the green positioning up above. I mean, look at that 6,100. Holy crap. But you now get that magnet to that 6055, which is, if we go back time frame, it was purple. Now it's
CBD's holding just about 800 positive. It's not really going up. It's not really going down. It's like from 800, 840, 840, 830, 820, 818, 811. I mean, it just did have a decent little drop down to 720 though. That's a new spot. Back up above 800 now though. So your tide is just, I mean, we're getting a little break here, so we might get a little pullback, but it has been pretty strong. So we need to watch that to see if we get a pullback there. I am going to actually move this up a little bit, and it's not much, but we're going to guarantee $50 in this trade. Takes us out, we'll look to re-enter, but I just want to make sure we get some green on the board. That's my main focus right now, getting green on the board. If it takes us all day to get $200. It takes all day to get $200.
Yeah,
I'd
and
love for it to go up
stacking
there and get
these.
$300, but. Oh shit.
Yeah.
CVD just popped to 1,500 on this move down. I'm going to actually move this back to break even because it could get a little dip and pop because this thing is just it's going a little crazy, but up to 1,600 CVD. You look at your here, it's starting to turn back up, so we could get a pop here. So let's see if we get a little pop. Oh, I'm gonna move it back up now because it came back to 600. CBD, like I said, it's all over the damn place, boys and girls. It is all over the place. So I would rather go on and protect just a little bit of something than nothing, right? So it comes back, well, re-enter. The only thing that gets me, we know how these plays out. This looks like a perfect failed breakdown of this zone right here, right? And we know that this thing necessarily just pops up, but could just grind, right? Back up before it turns back down. So it is what it is. I'm going to guarantee a little bit more in this one over here. I'm not anything in trade ovate right now. Like I said, I got $50 in one account so far. I really need to focus on those guys too, but I'm worried about one at a time. Well, actually two at a time right now. CVD back up to 1,300 now. We are going to guarantee $100 here.
You're getting close to that gamma. You're still about 3 SPX points away, 2.5 now. That was a good exercise, right? We saw the purple. We kind of knew what to do to do it. It just takes it a little bit longer than we would like, but it did get there.
Look at this going up now.
Get there.
Tide's going up. CVD's 1,300 positive. Now we've seen this thing pops back and forth like crazy here right now because you got both sides really positioning. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think you really don't have any side positioning. I think this is all just much ado about nothing. We had a lot of volume at first, right? Look at our volumes decreasing, of course. We expected a decrease here, right? So just because it's decreasing doesn't mean that's a bad thing. That's normal. But you do want to see a candle. All right, well, it took me, I got $50 and $50 back in the futures desk. I'm still down a little bit in them guys. And then it took me out some $100 up here. So I just don't trust the bigger, longer moves right now.
Yeah. Well, it mission complete on Periscope, hitting that. It did hit that level and then kind of rejected back down. So could pop right back up there to retest it. But the trend is up from, if you go to a 5-minute chart and there it goes.
I hate it hit me, but and CBD is still, it's still 1,200, but the big takeaway here is this one, it's dipped and popped right back up. So while you're getting that pop, let's look at general market tide to see if it's doing anything different. Yep, look at it now. Let's look at holdings. Is holdings joining the party? Yep, holdings joining the party too. So everything is in the party. Fitch ratings now assumes global oil demand will grow by about 800,000 barrels per day this year. Wow. You crude traders, that's positive. Oh, this thing is going to really piss me off now, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
One thing we know we can't chase, right?
Right.
So we'll wait to see if we get a pullback. This thing continues. Roy, I'm gonna look at something up here on. Give me 1 second. I'm looking at extend line, right? So I had a trend line on my hourly last night. Let's see this whole trend right here up.
Yeah, I drew the same one. Look at that.
Yeah. So this is look at our damn rising wedge, Roy. Came back, broke out of it, came back, tested it, and then bounced off of it. Now, anybody that knows what a rising wedge is not bullish. So, but we got to break out to the upside with it. So, just so you know, it is typically not bullish. CBD is popping 1500. We could have a little pullback and then a pop back up here. Well, it's back to 1300 now, but you're tied. Oh, getting a slight dip in tide. So,
what is interesting is the 5-minute chart, as you've been showing. Look at this basically failed breakdown here at the orb low, and then a long signal on the next candle. I mean that.
oh, you mean the failed breakdown I mentioned earlier?
Yeah, that one. And then the
Make sure it's on the same one.
so I mean we still are only 8 points from entry if you were to
Right.
enter on the long signal. So it's not like a huge rip up, but if it does have a sustained move up, we'll remember this moment for the day. Yeah, you're getting into some green gamma above. What you want to see is some positioning. You may come back and hit this kind of 60-40 to get kind of accelerant 60-45 on SPX, which could coincide about 60-50 on ES if it wants to get down that low. Not saying it will, just kind of pointing it out. I'm not in any trade right now.
And you got your call premiums are popping, but look at your volume. I think the call premiums are just causing a little bit of concern here, but your volume is just rippy still. So CBD's at 1500.
Well, it's clear what Besant's mission is, right? Besant's mission is to get positive information out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's probably going to be dovish and bullish for the market. That's whether the market takes it at face value or if they're like, that's bullshit. And then.
Well, it also depends on what questions he's asked, right?
Yeah.
He can only be so bullish if they ask him questions that doesn't require a bullish sentiment. What's he going to do at that point, right? Where do we go from there? Does he say anything that shows any kind of weakness anywhere? Not on purpose, but we know if he says the magic words, this thing could.
Yeah.
I think you were right the other day saying, though, that tariffs have kind of played out a little bit. I mean, yes, we still get reactions out of them, right? But we don't get the same reactions we were getting out of them. There's $50 and 3 take profit trader accounts.
Good job.
Actually, I'm going 66. For 100 on one here. I'm still in one. See if we can get this 100. If we get 61.25, which we're right there at it. I mean, excuse my language, we're a nut hair away. You knew what was coming when I said that, didn't you?
I did.
You're always like, as soon as I said, excuse my language, started smiling. in this SpongeBob chair over there, just grinning. It lives in a pineapple under a tree. Roy Kent. Oh, we got too much time on our hands right now, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's grind up, but I think.
Yeah, there's your 10 points off that signal, by the way. That that's kind of our magic number to look for. Why we just don't take it? And well, I mean, I took it a couple times there and made pennies out of it. So.
Well, we kind of zoom back out to it. I mean, it even wicked at anchored VWAP and didn't break regular VWAP. So even if you entered here and you put your stop at or below or even below VWAP, you would have never gotten stopped out. You'd have taken a little heat, but
this is still my saving grade. Well, I'm starting to round off a little here. As soon as I say, I swear, every time I say something, I've got to click on it, then say it. And then that rounding off is actually not as rounding off as much anymore. So we could get a little pop here. I just need a little pop. I just need 61, 60, 61, 25. We are back to within a nut hair away. It's new say of the day.
That is.
Oh, you're a tick away.
Oh
my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's like my take profit is a damn resistance now. Like, what the hell? How does that become resistance? You dirty dog, you. CBD has gone over 2,000 now. I feel confident this trade is going to hit. Look at this. CBD's over 2,000, 2,100 popped up. Oh, it just touched it again. It actually got on it that time, Roy, and did not take it. Got on it. Just the bid didn't, the ask was on it, the bid was not on it. Anybody knows if you're in a long, you're trying to get out. Hey, there it is. There's 107.50 in that account.
Good job.
Yeah. We got 53.75 and two other ones. And then 107.50 in that one. So now we just wait for a pullback or something. This tide is still really weird to me. So volumes going up, call premiums going up, put premiums are going up. So, and prices going up. So welcome to La La Land, boys and girls.
It did clear the spot here. So now it's sitting on some support. You want to see some repositioning here.
If I could have held that down the futures desk, bro, that would have got me. I'd be $200 up right now on the day. Womp womp. I still think there's room. So we got orders at 57, 67.50, 70, 72.50, 75. Your big boy orders, they have now moved to the downside at 6,057.50, and they moved 493 up and down. But oh man, I would have hit my right here. Would have got my $300 on that for the day. So that's okay. That's okay. We're still plenty of time. This damn failed breakout. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All of Mag 7 is about to be green. Amazon is the last one down just 7 cents. So 4 cents. So we could see little pullback and then just push up. TNX is down to 4.44. You like to see that. VIX is down 1645. You like to see that. Yeah, probably come back. Retest orb high would be not bad. 60.56.50. We're still in a pre-market zone, so you haven't really had a breakout from that. Granted, it was a data release, which muddies the waters.
Anybody know I'm like taking notes on this failed breakdown and my trades on it, so it just helps me when I go back and look. When I make notes, I go back and look. Like we had a failed breakdown here. We took some of it. We did not get the whole move out of it. Stops were too tight, but profit's profit, right?
It does look like it's on a mission to complete that cup. Sometimes the most obvious trade is the hardest trade to make.
Well, there's a reason. One of my things it says trust the trade.
Mm-hmm.
My sticky notes. That's one of my notes in one of my sticky notes. Trust the trade. I would love a test back here to the 8. and to show any kind of support off of it, that would be fantastic.
Speak it in existence.
Well, Roy, I would love to, but we know once these candles start red, they turn green. So
yeah,
that has also been a theme, right?
Yep. My Marvell's in the money.
Look at you. Look at you.
I got one runner left. I bought 70 calls for October when it was 64. I've got one left, and it's Marvell's now 70.
My SMCI calls are now up 10%. Nothing great, nothing bad. 10% is 10%. If we get any kind of move out of this today, I will probably go and close those today. They do expire next week, so there is a little time on them. But I would love for, oh my gosh, if I was paying attention this morning, it hit above 44. Probably went there. I wasn't even looking.
I see it. Tasty Trade approved my thing yet.
Did you use my thing, my link?
Yeah, I did.
I don't know if they give me. I don't have anything in there, but
I don't think. Yeah, I think until I am able to deposit, you probably won't see anything in there.
And look, to be honest with you, I don't even know what I get if they do give me anything.
Or you get like a Zaxby's coupon or something.
You know, that's I would take it.
Oh, little short signal popping up on the 5 minute. You're into that.
Yeah. If you're into that, that sounds so bad. C1, look at this. Look at Tide.
So we want to see support at the 8. We want to see support at.
That's what we want to see. Yep.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! We got a little positioning happening on the old periscope that went from green to red up above at 60-60.
Is that good or bad?
What that would tell me is they've closed their position above. So that's what caused this drop below, this little dip. But if it could push up, that means that could be accelerant to go up. So if you do see support showing up here, I would look to go long.
We're seeing a little support. I mean, we're getting a tick, a wick. Let me say a tick.
Yeah, I really want an 8 test. That's what I want. I'm with you on that. An 8 test, or I would love an orb high test to hold and show. Even if I re-enter here after that, it's showing me something.
Yeah, I don't know, Roy. CBD is holding 1600 range. We are at this 60 level, which could be a slight level here.
Yeah. Wait for the. Let's switch to the 1 minute. This is where the 1 minute comes in handy, doesn't it?
Watch this. If this turns, this thing could start its trend back up. This has to turn back up, though. Kind of what we're watching for there. CBD 1700. So you had a few people step in here. Now it's back to 1600.
1 minute showing a little bit of buyers on this candle. 36 seconds, though. 34 seconds. Damn it.
1800 CBD.
Yeah.
And there's $50 in another one. So there's 2 accounts over $100 on Take Profit Trader now.
Bang, bang.
We're up $50 right now in futures desk. We're not letting this one turn red on us now, so we'll put it up to break even, and hopefully we rip. If not, it comes back to that 8. I mean, look, this is what I hate hindsight. Look how close it is to that 8 now, and now even looks closer. So when you look back, you're gonna be like, "Oh, look, it tested the 8." When in reality, it really was not that close to the 8 at that point. But CVD is going for a break of 2,000. And I said if this kind of joined any, we'd get a pop. Well, that joined and we got a little pop, right? So
Periscope is telling me that if it should just hop over that 60/60 on SPX and get to 60/65 if it can get some buyers to show up. I mean, 1 minute chart, you saw that big green candle, not terrible amount of volume, but you're getting kind of a pushback down here. Let's see if 60/60 can hold, but maybe we get that 8 test after all.
after all, we might get it. Let's go back to this other one. We got one we have not.
Super early in this candle, so it scares me on the 5 minute. Still got 4 minutes.
Yeah, I like it long here. I'm not gonna lie to you. For at least a quick scalp up.
Tech is popping. All Mag 7 is now green. What's the VIX looking like? VIX looks disgusting, but there's a green candle at the end of it. Periscope.
I'm gonna take Profit Traders doing a giveaway. They're giving 4 counts away again. You have to, for a chance to win, follow these steps. And if you do win one of the 4 counts, let's see. Let's look at their Instagram. Like I think you gotta like their Instagram, make a post in it. 4 free accounts up for grabs. Have a favorite trading quote or saying. Comment below what you so your favorite trading quote.
Oh, you got it. I'm gonna give it to you. I don't know if I should say it on camera, but you got to do the Munger one that we learned last week. The 3 L's that make a man poor: ladies, liquor, and leverage.
You said it last week, so you don't know if you said you could say it on camera or not. But you said it on camera last week, so you're good.
Yeah, I know. It's for our 24 viewers, which 20 of them are Russian.
Are they Russian or Indian? Where are they from? Where's your people
from?
That's
a tough one. It's a tough one. If it was crypto, I'd say 100% Indian, but this is stocks. I'm not sure.
Getting this pullback this time. Look, join. Look at this. This is why we're getting the pullback.
Yeah.
CVD's holding 1,500. Holding 1,500, back to 1,600. It's popping a little. Look at your call premium starting to trend. Look at your volume starting to turn back up again. So we could have a little pop here. Could have a little pop here. Actually, I'm going to take it to see if I need $100. We're going to try to get $100 out of this. See if we can get top of that candle. 125 would be perfect. It's a little bit of a gamble, but we got a little money to gamble with here, so we're okay. Ooh, volume just went back down. Our call premium just went back down. Let me rephrase that. Volume is still kind of there. It needs to turn back up a little to get us a little up, go above 62. You got to order it at 62, so you know. You got orders at 62. If this thing could get any little momentum here, it's giving us our support down here with these wicks. It's just telling me. Now I don't know.
Which is what I wanted. So I mean, that is what we called out. I mean, if you look at the Periscope, we are now above held 60.55. Now we just need to push up that 60.60, and it could be that accelerant, like I said, is 60.65, which would be corresponded with high a day on ES. But again, it may just take some time as long as the positioning is there.
Right.
Kind of an action-packed morning for us trading wise.
We've had some action for sure. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
We've had some action.
What do I need? What do I need to pass this account?
Volume is holding there. That's what kind of tells me. And this thing could turn any second. Your premiums are coming down. Volume is slight tick down. So that volume needs to tick back up for this trade to play out. Or we have a nasty drop. I hate you got 62.50. We got orders, and it's not a lot of orders that's kind of holding this damn thing down. And you got 100 of them sitting at 62. So combined, you got like 250 from there to 65 is probably about 600 orders though. So that's a big thing to get up to that 65 level. It's got to go through a lot. And then once you get up there, you got 60, 70's got 176, 72's got 215. I don't know, Roy.
Yeah. If you look at the 5-minute chart, it does have a little bit of a round look to it on this.
I don't love what the premiums are doing here, and the volume is still trending down a little. So we need that to turn up. If premiums joins the party, then volume should come and it should pop it. But that's a lot of ifs. A lot of ifs. A lot of ifs, ands, and buts. All of them. But you're right. We have had a little more eventful day than we've had the past week. Of course, CPI tends to bring that out of us, right?
Yeah. I do actually want to follow up on that. That now that CPI is out of the way, what are you feeling about the 10-year coming up this afternoon? Do you?
It's all depends on what the bids are.
Right. Is it an event?
If CPI's thing, he'll go short there. I would be careful just going short because I think it's going to do whatever.
Yeah.
Because they could surprise you and you could have a lot of bidders pop in there and that thing rips the market, right? So
yeah,
I would treat that as I would treat CPI data or any other data, right? I would not go against it just to
gotcha.
Because I think it's going to do something, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not how we trade. That's
right.
At that point, in my opinion, you're guessing on what could happen, and you never know what happens. Yeah, your 52-week bill auction came in a little bit lower than previous.
Mm-hmm.
We did get a drop on it, right? Mm-hmm. But where's the 10-year note at now? What's the
4.44?
And that's down or up?
That is slightly down. It's down 0.04. So 4.
So it would not surprise me to see if you had more people step in to bid, right?
Yeah.
That's the one thing you got to be careful of, right? If it's coming down, look at it like you look at stock market, right? If you want to buy dips, well, do the bond market, should they look at this as a dip buying opportunity?
Right.
That's just my thoughts on it. I mean, you can do what you want to with it. I would not touch it, and I would be away from it.
That's kind of how I feel with it. Just put it up on the calendar to make sure no trade is active during that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's just my thoughts. It might be bad and tank, and hell, you could have made a shit ton of money. I don't know, but I think it's a gamble at that point when you start doing that.
Yeah.
Just
the scary part with that, as well as you can start cherry picking news events to make your thesis stronger. So you have to be careful of that.
Yep.
Been there. Here is your Periscope after the update. So you're seeing right at kind of this pillowy support, and you've got accelerant above if it wants it. That's the same story we've been saying. You can see the wicks, small wicks forming. So it just needs to get confidence. I don't know.
This is what I was talking about, to see a pop. Volume turned up, premiums turned up, and you got a little pop there. I mean, That's as simple can be, I think, when you look at that. If volume goes up, the market's going to go up. If volume goes down, the market's going to go down. Just CBD can be tricky either way. You can get shorts caught. I mean, you get all kinds of stuff with that. That tells you different stories, right? So you just got to be careful, Roy. Got to be careful.
66.25 passes this combine for me. I don't know if we get up there.
62 gets me $100 more on another account. So,
all right, well, let's get yours first, and then just by the order of operation.
There we go. Que sera, sera. There's 111.25. All three of those counts are all above $100 now. And we've taken a few hits. I mean, one thing I've got to figure out on this down futures desk is you have a $400 daily loss limit. I don't like that, and it makes me keep my stops too tight. So I got to figure out a way, because I've been stopped out a few times. I'm like $300 down, and every trade played out. I could have made $100. So do I leave the stop tighter with them and just do my take profit tighter and just keep trying to re-enter? I'm in a long now, just trying to get $100. 60.64 gets me $100 that back.
Yeah. That's tough.
And of course, you see here, I need 25. So,
I mean, I'm thinking scaling down to 3 maybe over there, maybe better.
And give a little more room, yeah.
Yeah.
5 might not be the answer there. I'm not going to argue that point.
Your daily loss limit being that, I mean, if you do 6 points on 3, that's $90. So 12 points would give you 180. And if you, let's say you just you hit the first 2, right? You get yourself like $100 up on it. Then maybe you can switch to 5 because now you're at $500 buffer, right?
Right. It's the end of the day draw now.
Yeah. End of the day, yeah. So maybe you start with 3 to build the threshold up.
And then I think once you move to the sim/live account, you go to static.
Makes sense.
Let me double check, because right here in their X platform, there's X2, their Project X. So anybody doesn't know, they call this Top Step X. This is actually Project X is the company that does this. They are available to a lot of ones. And this is kind of why I kind of started digging into the futures. Oh shit! It almost hit and didn't. I almost hit my take profit too.
Go.
And that would almost get you to your take profit too, right?
Yeah, man. We're close.
Yeah, man.
I'm $150 away from passing. All right, we're going to guarantee $100 on this trade.
One thing I like about, and I don't know if I like this about it. So if you want to reset account with the futures desk, you actually cannot take a trade in the day you request a reset in. They don't want you to reset multiple accounts and blowing accounts. They're like, hey, if you're done, take a break, reset tomorrow when you're fresh and come back again.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that too.
This is kind of why I'm saying, like, we're going to.
Yeah, I went ahead and took that.
I should have went on and took it up there, and I could have had a really quick one to break. But all right, let's go. What do we want to do? We want to. What was I looking at before I got so funded?
Live, yeah, static.
Rose account rules. Static. Yeah, it's a static drawdown once you go live. You still have the soft daily loss limits, which prevents you from trading for the day it has been hit, but it's really negotiable. But so it did take me. I'm $100 back again, and I'm thinking about re-entering this trade again. To be honest with you, and I don't really love Tide here though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need to look around a bit. What's cause?
You do have to trade this account every 14 days. So just know that.
This statement by Bissett is interesting. We're suffering from a budget blowout under Biden, and I don't disagree with that. But then you got the bill on the table that is essentially a similar, yeah, budget blowout because you have to. Yeah, I don't know what the difference.
What do you say? I missed that. I was looking over here.
They said we're suffering from a budget blowout under Biden. So I take that to mean is basically they just maxed out the credit card, right?
Okay, yeah.
But then you have this beautiful bill on the
Big beautiful
surface.
bill.
Sorry, big beautiful bill, BBB.
Get it right.
Um, what is that? What is that? Big Black from Robin Big.
No,
Man, I used to
don't
love
go
that show.
there. Wherever you're going, leave it alone.
No, Big Black, man. He was good. From Robin Big MTV show.
When I
That was
heard Big
great.
Black, I thought he was going somewhere else.
We only got one viewer now, so whatever I said absolutely nuked us.
Ran everybody off, didn't you? Well, it's on the call today. What do you think?
I think so.
Where does Fox go?
What happened? Yeah, I don't know what happened. Let me see if I think we got kicked off of Twitter. Why did we get kicked off of Twitter? Yeah. Yeah. No, it says we got 22. I think StreamYard's stats are off. Which is interesting. StreamYard stats are off.
I think we only see one.
We've got 22. I'm actually on Twitter and they're watching us.
Oh, that's the bot. Oh, there's Manuel. Manny's the one.
I mean, just note, guys, don't say BBB and then try to say
do it again.
Well, I'm not going to do it again, but I'm just going to hint that I'm going to do it again. See if I can re-enable the stats. That was funny. Well, we got 8 minutes. I am actually interested in this 10-minute candle here. As you can see, mine, I've got a big old green reversal forming. Still got 7 minutes on the candle.
BBG?
BBG. Big, beautiful green.
Well, you're
which
so stupid.
Give it the accelerant to go to high a day, 1 and 2. What's Periscope showing? I've been waiting for it to hit this accelerant. You know what? I'm
Manny asked you guys use the dime to place orders. Yes, I do use the dime to place my orders.
Yes. That's why I don't trade NQ, because try and place an order on the dom on NQ and you feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. You should go and show them the dom on NQ. So I think you can just change the dom, right? You just change the dom. You don't change your chart.
Yeah. So I needed $18 more there to get over 400 up on the week on this one account. So I went on and hit 18. I took a trade real quick to get $18. I know that's paid me, but my OCD was driving me crazy being that close to $400 not going over. So here we go. All right. You want to look at NQ?
NQ dom.
Let's see if it swaps all of it. They should be. Oh, you son of a line. They're supposed to be here. Well, that's another positive for
futures desk.
Yeah, there's automatically. Well, let's look at NQ instead of MSQ.
Well, yep.
There it goes.
Yep, that's your dom.
Yeah, and a lot of times you see this spread here is like a tick or two away. Sometimes
you hit market.
You'll see like a 4 or 5 tick spread, and you talking about wacky then. Woo.
Yeah, that's why you can't really hit market on NQ, because you'll get just a horrible fill.
Yeah,
We're getting a pop. Poop. Up, up. I got in at 62. We got to sell at 64. Please hit it.
I got one that's still $33 away from 400. I don't know if I want to mess with that one or not. So this is my day on Take Profit Trader. You can see I'm $100 up and top up, right? I am. Oh, did not mean to hit that. I'm 107.50 up in one account. Take Profit Trader. I'm 111.25 up in another account, and I am 128.75 up in another account. So decent day. Nothing, nothing to write home about. Let's look at something. We'll look at my resistance levels. So I had 70. Of course, we had this in pop right to it. So back up here at the bottom, this is where I would think. I had 49, 70, 85, and then 6,100 if we want to break out. Oh, CBD is plus 1,700. There's nothing really outstanding saying that this thing is going to continue to go up, right? Usually we see a move like this. We see CBD up 4,000 or 5,000 at this point, right?
Yeah.
It's at 1,700. It's been back and forth all day. Look at your tide. Volume's up a little, but there's nothing screaming here, right, that we're going to continue to go up. I think the best thing to do right now is just to chill out and wait and see how the rest of the day plays out.
Yeah, I got $100 on my Take Profit Trader for the day.
I do want another $100 here, but I don't want to chase it up here. But when I just said that, nothing was screaming it's going to go up, well, then volume started to pop, premium started to pop, and CBD's over 2,000. So,
man, look at this. Our big, beautiful green. We got 2 minutes, 30 seconds for the candle to close.
Our BBG.
1 minute candles gave us the opposite, though. Dun, 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 dun. So the 1 minute actually got wrecked. You got stopped out.
Mancini took credit for the CPI levels again today.
I tell you, that guy, he's
He called this right here. He's like, we had a great failed breakdown this morning. And I'm like, you don't really call it a failed breakdown on consolidation.
Yeah.
So your failed breakdown would have been below here. Well, we never got below there. So, potatoes. It's all good. Roy, I think I'm about done for the day.
Yeah, I'm going to take a break. I'm $200 away from passing one combine, $200 past another one, and $400 from another one. So, and then I'm up $100 on Take Profit Trader. That balance is at $1,134. Oh,
so you're right at roughly $400 away from getting a
eligible
for status.
Yeah, eligible for a payout. Thank you. I will probably want to get that one to 2,000 before I take a payout. I don't know. I say that. What's the minimum? Isn't it 250?
So it's a trick there.
Okay.
So they take 20% of your profits.
Yeah.
Right? We know this.
Yeah.
This is no secret. You take 20%. So they take it out when you initially withdraw. So let's say you do $100, you only get $80.
Right.
So let's say you're like, hey, I'm 250 up. I'm going to take 250 out so I can withdraw it. But now that 250 is 210 because they took their profit out. So to withdraw it from your wallet has to be 250. Yeah, gets my drift.
So you can build it.
You can build it, yes, then take it out, yes.
And then take it. Got it.
Yep, you can build it up and take it out that way.
So let's say I'm at 1600. I take out 100. I'm going to get 80 in my wallet.
Yes.
Right. Got it.
Yep.
Right. And then that's allowed. And then once the wallet gets to 250, I can take it out. Got it. Right.
Yep. Over 250. Because if not, it's $50.
Okay.
Well, they're covering their ACH.
Yeah. No, their fees and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not an idiot. I know what we do, but it's just it's a little annoying when you look at it and you're like, oh, this is what I got to do. And you get there and you realize, oh, well, that's not. I learned the hard way, but it's okay. I didn't need it. You can anything over 1,500 now. You know, just go and take it, and you there's 400 out of the account, by the way. 146.25 out account. See you, boys. We're gone. Peace out.
Guys, thank you so much. We've got one more day this week. Please trade safe. There is an event later this afternoon at 1 Eastern, 12 Central. Trump is also set to speak today. Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't trade anything at that point. Just
I'm going to give everybody a little warning for tomorrow.
All right.
Tomorrow at 12 Central, 1 Eastern, you got the big boys coming out. You got the 30-year bond auction.
Yeah.
So if anybody paid attention last time when we had the 30-year bond auction, it wrecked the market. So just you got the 10-year day, which could do the same. We don't know. It depends on what the bid to volume is, all that stuff. A bid to cover. But then you got it back tomorrow again. So most times you would not even think twice about having a bond auction. If you might want to exit a position just in case. But it wasn't like, hey, this is FOMC statement, CPI, jobs data, right? This is equivalent to all those right this second. So just know bad numbers could take a 100-point drop in a 5-minute candle.
Yeah.
So it's best to not do it. That's just my advice to you guys. Best not to do it. So you do what you want to do, but that's my advice. And on that note, I think it's a great time to leave. We had a good note, then had to get a bad note, had to kind of scold people like, hey, no, don't do it. Now it's hey, good boy, let's go. We're good.
We did good. Appreciate it, guys.
So, see you guys all tomorrow. Stay safe the rest of the day. It is getting close. I mean, you probably got 30 more minutes or so. You typically get a pop here. This might not be, I don't know what kind of pop we're going to get out of it. Typically you do. So you want to be careful. We are getting to lower volume. Volume has steadily decreased the whole time. Don't take any chances. Come back at 12:30 Central, 1 o'clock when you actually have some deuce carry going away next time. Thanks, Manny. No, don't. I don't. Whatever, man. We do all those. Whatever side of bed Roy wakes up on, whether we scare people off or not. So it's all good. But we'll catch you guys, Manny. We'll catch you later. Everybody else, we will see you tomorrow. Safe trading and peace out.